Has begun. Thank you, Shang Tsung. Alrighty. So, it's been a little while. It's been 2 weeks since we played. But we did finish up a... zone, a full zone last time. One thing I want to do as we start off today, obviously I'm going to empty our inventory as normal. I'm going to check the war table, get some stuff going there. But I want to go back to a few weeks ago or so. We went to this elven tomb. And basically, each door required you to have all of the elven shards from other zones to get through it. We've actually gone through like 2 more full zones and gotten 2 more sets of shards. So we're going to go open 2 more doors. We're going to see if those are the last ones. You're watching the ladies on YouTube. My stream schedule now is like 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. for you. Yeah, it's probably not feasible. I'm sad this chromatic greatsword isn't as good as ours. We read this last time, so I'm gonna go ahead and deposit. I think we actually dumped a lot of stuff last time, which is nice. So you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. Okay, on to the war table. Oh, we have to judge the prisoner. Who were they? Oh, it was the woman that let people get taken and experimented on by the Red Templar. That's right. And then when we confronted her about it, she was like, well, it was either that or we all died. At least this way I could save some people by having these ones experimented on in terrible ways. So now I have to pass judgment on her. So I guess we'll do that after I hit the war table. I'm probably going to be lenient on her. I mean, she has a point. As bad as it is, like, what else could she have done? They would have ended up experimenting on everyone anyway. That's pretty bad way. Like, when you put this into real life, it's a pretty bad way to look at it, honestly. It's like... But, I mean, it was like forced complacency. Do you punish forced complacency? I don't know. Does it depend on the magnitude of the crime? I don't know this either. It's too early to know things. Zan, welcome in. How's it going, Zan? All right. We finished this one? Yep. House Amladeris. Needs a few kind of thing. Yeah. We received a flurry of replies regarding the sale of our findings in the Liberalum. House Amladaris is both old and wealthy, meaning there's no shortage of Tevinter families wanting to take them down. Unsurprisingly, most seem uninterested in whether the information was even true. We accepted the most favorable of their offers, which will help the Inquisition greatly. Cullen. A Master Spirit Rune? Oh, wow. Ooh. Alright, what is this one? Deal with Lord Basil Marin. We had one of our Liliana's spies bait Lord Basil into starting his rant at a recent ball. Just as he was reaching the climax of his argument, the Lady Doucette entered in full Inquisition regalia with an entourage of our soldiers and exposed her father's lies. She then challenged him to a duel for the Inquisition's honor. The Lord would not meet her blade and was shunned for the rest of the event, while Lady Doucette became the star of the evening. I don't think we need to worry about Lord Basil in the future. Get wrecked, Lord Basil. Signing, Michael. Definitely not Michel de Chavin. I am impressed by Mike's memory. He's walked past between the Illuvians and seems to remember much of it. This will give us some insight into Briala's schemes. Man, I'm really upset with what happened with Briala. This is kind of BS because the options that I had were to have Briala ascend or to have her not ascend, and then option 3 was punish the guy that actually did the scheming, right? Those were the 3 options. Option 3 of punishing the guy didn't say we would slight Briala or raise her into a position. Neither of those. So I was like, well, we have to punish this guy. He tried to assassinate the Empress. You know, that's why we're here. And so I punished him, and then it was like, everyone was like, oh, forgot about Briala. I think they wrote a song about it. Everybody forgot about Briala. Yeah. I think Eminem sung it. Anyway, point is, I actually wanted to raise Briala. For anyone that wasn't here or don't know about this, or it's been so friggin' long you don't remember, Briala basically is... she's kind of like a representative for the elves, for the Dalish, and the Dalish have been screwed over. This used to be their lands, right? The Dalish have been absolutely screwed by first Tevinter, when Tevinter marched down and did all their bull crap, and then the Orlesians themselves like screwed over. So elves are looked down upon in many ways. Most of them are, if not slaves, then they are at least like, you know, peasants or beyond, like put into orphanages, alienages rather. But anyway, Briala is kind of like almost like a spokesperson for the elves, and has risen in ranks enough to where she actually has the ear of the Empress occasionally. And so I wanted to give her station to try to help the elves in their plights of at least getting their lands back and whatnot. And the options weren't clear, and we ended up screwing over Briala. So, Ben, what's this game? This is Dragon Age Inquisition, a very story-heavy game. We only play it once a week. We're like 100 hours in. Pretty far. How's it going, Bisquirter? Welcome in. Ben, welcome in. Sorry, YouTube, that's awesome. That's awesome. Which series did you come in off YouTube on? Hey, stuff like that happens in games, yeah. And since I play like commitment mode or whatever, you know, I don't backtrack on it. I gotta live with it. Left everything with lurk. Y'all know me, same old Bree. I've been low key. All right. So what else do we gather coins to open up? Emprise de Lyon resources. Reconciliation for Celine and Mythal. 100 hours. It's like 2 streams. First steps to becoming Adam Copeland. Kuzland? What if that was my real last name? Adam Copeland. Oh God, Lunar knows. A note from Josephine. An interesting development. We received a visit from a cloaked woman who was revealed to be Lady Colombe, one of Empress Celine's trusted attendants. The Empress knows that Mike has joined the Inquisition and sent Columbus seeking a secret reconciliation. This subterfuge is necessary, of course, to protect Celine's reputation. An Empress's mind cannot be seen to be easily swayed by something as inconsequential as friendship. So we can use either Liliana or Cullen on this. Very heartwarming, but Celine could have found Mike before now if she had a mind to reconcile. No, she is playing at something more. We will not be drawn into her game. Test her resolve. If she wants a reconciliation, let her make it public. Or Cullen. Good. Friends are few and far between these days. I'm glad to see the Empress come to her senses. I will inform Mike immediately. Yeah, let's go with Liliana. I trust her. I believe what she says over Cullen here. He seems a little naive. I was going Dominico. The World No Melee run? That's awesome, yeah. Dave watched that. New one went up last night, so and more on its way. Lots more in the world. So yeah, we play this once a week. We've been playing it since the beginning of time. It never ends. Never, ever, ever. Completed. Let's take a look at these. Judgment. Mavrin's arrival. We have received word that Mavrin the Under has made good on your judgment of armed exiles in Tevinter. Oh yeah, that guy. He and his clan immediately staked claim to a large section of land along the Imperial Highway at the edge of the Silent Plains. It is inhospitable and vacant, and they claim they are not interested in banditry or actively threatening anyone. Beyond, of course, suddenly declaring that they now live within Imperium borders. Our Tevinter contacts say the relocation has caused significant concern among the Magisters. Okay, so we can have Josephine deal with this. It is difficult to present this as a positive, but perhaps we could notify Minrathus that we hope they enjoy our reinforcements for the continued war against the Kunari or Cullen. A fine jest, and now it is done. I suggest cutting ties before their presence is considered provocation. I'm gonna go with Cullen on this one.
Inquisitor.
All right. We don't have anyone that can do that. The College of the Magi. The goat thrower, yeah. Looks like we can only do Josephine here. So, man, look at this. Look how long this is. The situation is unfolding in the Navarran city of Cumberland, location of the College of Magi, which until the outbreak of the Mage Rebellion was the philosophical heart of the circles of the Magi. Now mostly abandoned, it has become the home to a number of Mage refugees. This has drawn the ire of local citizens, and mobs are threatening to assault the college and burn it to the ground, with Duke Sandral doing nothing to stop them. Inquisition agents suspect that divinatory agents are behind the mobs, looking to recover artifacts from the college once its magical defenses are breached. Use diplomacy with Duke Sandral. He must be convinced to intercede. Well, I guess we'll do that. That's how much real time it takes. Yeah, isn't that ridiculous? That's longer than today's stream.
At your service.
And that's not even the longest one we've had. We've had some that are like 23 hours, 22 hours. It's kind of BS. On a good note, if this run takes forever, you'll be able to just go straight into Dragon Age 4 by that time. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. All right. I saw a tweet yesterday by, I don't know, PC Gamer or something that almost made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. So it was like, the award-winning developers of Greedfall turn their attention to the Souls genre in their new upcoming game, and I don't remember the name of it, and I was like, award-winning Greedfall, kill me, just take me out, just throw me off, take me out, just throw me out here. I don't need this planet any longer. Greedfall wins awards. No, let's go on free water. Welcome in. All right, let us pass judgment on this lady. I'm gonna be pretty lenient, I think, though. I think, like, she honestly didn't have that many options. Like, it was bad what she did, but I don't know that she had a choice. It wasn't even just self-preservation. Like, that would be one thing. But this wasn't just self-preservation. This was preservation of her entire community and whatnot, and not through an active deed, evil deed, but a Greedfall replay. Ask the developers if they'll pay me to play it. And if it's okay if I talk crap the whole time.
Of Sarnia is accused of aiding and abetting the Red Templars in the Dales. She sold a quarry to them for a handsome sum. They used the quarry to grow red lyrium by enslaving townspeople. The only extenuating circumstance, Mistress Poulin was procuring supplies to keep the remaining townspeople fed.
She made a lot of money, but she was using that money to procure supplies to keep them alive while they were being taken by the Red Templar anyway. They were screwed anyway. Like, that's the thing. An oven mitt company already. $1 Canadian to play it, so. I'll listen to her defense.
If you'd like to explain your intentions, speak.
100%.
My crime was misjudgment. The land sale was meant to bring prosperity in hard times.
Yet you kept taking coin from the Red Templars, even after you realized what they'd done to the people.
Oh God, Doy.
Why? It bought food for the ones remaining. Isn't that enough? You question whether greed or necessity led me. Tell me which you weigh me for.
Have her rebuild the town. I'm taking your money. You're free to go. Treason deserves death. Put her work. Have her use the profits to rebuild the town now that we've gotten rid of the Templar. Will she do it? Seems like a good trade-off for me. That'll be her penance. I feel like Josie has wooden legs.
Mistress Poulin, you will spend all your ill-earned money rebuilding the town of Sarnia. If the townspeople forgive you, your debt to them is paid.
Your worship, I will do my best to repair what I have.
Everyone liked that aside from Iron Bull. That's kind of interesting that he's the only one that disliked that decision. Yeah, I guess she kind of looks that way, doesn't she? She's kind of like, she's really stiff, like on her hips and stuff too. And he only slightly didn't like it, yeah. All right, so like I said, the first thing I want to do is I want to head over and see how deep in this we can get. Unlock the final door. All right. So far, every chamber that we've gone through here has awarded us with... did we find there was a back way up there? Yeah, we did. I don't remember if this can... Anyway, we'll find out. It's been a while. Anyway, every chamber that we've made it to, we get a permanent buff. So, to some stats. Yes, Tom. There you go, Tom. Join the party. I know, I've just been using the same people every time. I'm lazy that way. Means what it feels like. Why don't you play a bit? I don't know. When was that? Last time we played, maybe the time before that, when we were drinking with Iron Bull. Man, oh man, there was some weird stuff going on, and the things he was talking about. And anyway, Bobo, thank you for the resub. 19 months. Thank you, Bobo. That's a long time, man. It's almost 1 full year, I've been told. Morning. He does the decision he likes, doesn't like. Seem that way. Yeah, I can see that. God, I just remember what he was talking about with dragons and killing them and stuff. I don't know. He's an interesting character, to say the least. He said some pretty gross things about dragons and what to do after you kill them. And anyway, we need to get in here. And if I remember right, we found out that there was a way around. Like, I had been going up and dropping down and taking fall damage, and then we found a way through. Are we winning? Yes. Yeah, we're winning. Let's go on stealth. Welcome in. Ugh. Yeah, like right here, I think, actually. And it was like, oh god, that was right here the whole time. Pegged his voice as Freddie Prinze. Yeah, that was weird. Whoops. What are you doing, Sarah? Yeah, that was interesting too. Spiders. Anyway, what have you been playing stuff? I think this was the way. It feels like it might be. If not, then just, yep, this is it. The market, but it's killing you. Sorry. How are your donuts doing? That sounds like a weird question. Noita still? Yeah, I saw your screenshot that you won. Is the Steam Summer Sale still going on? I don't know. I don't really have time to play much. I did buy one thing off the Summer Sale, and I've only played it like twice already. Which probably shouldn't get anything else. Yeah, I think I'd like it too. I've looked at it a lot, but... Alright, another door opens to us.
There's one door left in the main hall.
We killed a lot of dragons last time. I remember that. In fact, that's one reason why we didn't get a lot of story stuff done last time we played, is the zone that we were in had, what, 3 or 4 dragons? Each one higher level than the last. In that last fight, it was just Blackwall and myself left alive for a long time. And we both almost died too. Man, that's been a long time. I couldn't believe that we just kept running into dragon after dragon. Stop killing every dragons? I know. They're like the only thing in the game I feel bad about killing. Summer Sale and Steam lasts for like 1 more day. Your Total Evil Wasteland playthrough has been a blast. The name is to some other streamers. They're like 20-hour runs. That is insane for a game like that, yeah. Could you guys be like Legion of Doom? Luther, Joker, Grundy, Deadshot. Loot, loot, loot. So there was one more door. I don't know if we have the let's go through it. What? I own Noita? Where did I get that? Did you gift it to me? Cold resist. All right. No one can buy it for because I have it. I must have got it in a bundle or a gift without realizing. Hours of drama, laugh, pain, loss, but it must be serious. Oh man, just wait until you see the rest of the melee run. It's not even over yet. But Vile, thank you. I appreciate you watching. The melee run in its entirety is the most up and down. Was that the last door? It must have been because we got the. Oh wait, there was one in the beginning. The most up and down roller coaster of a run that I've ever had in RimWorld. It's just stupid how much stuff happens in that run. But anyway, more of that's coming. Getting it edited for you with some help of some people at the stream. Oh, and thank you for the subscription. But I'm getting your name right. Vile. Thank you for the subscription. Helps out a ton. I'm sure you know. The melee run, there's only like 3 episodes of that one up. Which one are you watching? Are you watching the Cassandra one or the like 20-year Randy one? There is another door, right? Yeah, there's the door in the very beginning. Turkeys versus mechs, awesome. You're watching the Cassandra one? Gotcha. Yeah, that one was fun too. All right, so we've gone in those 3, but wasn't there like a main door out here? Obviously, because there's an exclamation point. It is open. There is a pride, level 23 pride demon. We're gonna use our special here. Screw that. That's right. That went.
I am unharmed. This is an odd temple. I wonder if others like it exist, or if this is the only one of its kind.
That went pretty easily, actually. That was very easy because I threw down all of my overpowered, limited use junk. They leveled up too. Come on, Sarah. You don't see that big glowing? Yeah, chug some potions. Look at these. You guys gonna walk through some more of them? All right, let's see this. Inscription: the Oasis Temple. Faintly carved into the stone is a figure bound in chains. 2 other figures have turned their gaze from the central image. The script below the image is ancient, though Solus is able to provide a partial translation. Pride in our accomplishments and in our hearts. That same pride became a word meaning corrupted or altered within him. He sought to claim, indecipherable, cast from favor, and so was bound. Hidden from mortal eyes, death lies within. Now we know where the pride demon came from. All right, what's our reward for doing all this? That means we got all the shards in the game, maybe? I assume. 2 stages, though they are all connected, so you can backtrack. Oh, that's kind of nice, yeah. Instead of actually just, like in Hades, for instance, you go on to the next level. If you miss something, you can't go back to the door. Agony, another dagger. Journey was the reward, the friends we made along the way. Man, we've gotten so many amazing daggers in this, and we just don't use them. We don't have anyone that we use them on. Let's use this. We have a epic belt for every kind of just electrical resist. Walsh Trader had 3 healer mech serums. That is pretty awesome. Have you ran into that multiple times where it seems like healing serum isn't as rare, Finn? What about res serum, I wonder? All right, so we are done in this zone then, I believe. Yeah, we are done in that zone. All right, well, it's time to do something that we've been talking about for probably a month or 2. It's time to go open a main story quest. I'm gonna go put our points in. Olafur, thank you for the follow. Anyone that's coming in, if this is your first time here, only on the first Wednesday of your follow can you not type we have people come in. We only play games like this once a week. And so we have people coming in and spoiling every single time I turn it off. You'll be able to type tomorrow if you stick around, every day after that, of course. But it's just the first Wednesday, unfortunately, I have to do it. But don't know yet. Such a shock. Yeah, that never happens. So, Tama, did you miss what? Squad? How's it going, Squad? Tama, good to see you again. All right. So, story quest time. Let's go see where we are. I haven't noticed yet. Noticed what? Spoilers, there's dragons in the game, so I'm banning them. Let's go with snails. Oh wait, Lunar has a sword now, I can't ban him. She's immortal, or well, immune at least. National main story quest, am I feeling alright? Yep. I've ravaged the land of all natural resources and dragons, so we should probably do it. Dun, dun. All right, here we go. What pride had wrought? This is a big one too. This is a really big one. All right, I need to put stat point or skill points in. Also, my daughter just got up. I just got to run out there and check on her really quick. It'll probably take less than a minute, just a moment, and then we'll get started on this. She's gonna watch an episode of Sailor Moon before breakfast. Fighting evil by moonlight. Something, something, true fight. Happy July! I sent you a thing. You can see it later. Oh, Tom, thank you. Is it a Steam thing? If it's, I mean, I don't know, but if it's a Steam thing, the problem is Dragon Age doesn't really minimize very smoothly, and then if I minimize, it'll stay in windowed mode and cause a bunch of issues. But I mean, I can do it if it's something big you want me to check now, or if you're going to be back around towards the end of the stream, I'll wait till then. Either way, I'm sure I will appreciate it. On it, it's all Tama and other Tama. It is a Steam thing. All right, no, I'll check now. Anyone that's watched the series through this far, like on YouTube or something, they're in it for the long haul. They don't care now. Why didn't I get a pop-up this time, I wonder, though? That's weird. That's weird. Winning Love by Daylight. What kind of Sailor Moon fan am I? Not one. Not one. What's going on here? What? Why don't I have the, like, normal pop-up? Pending gifts. All right, here we go. Metro. Oh, no. I mean, no isn't a good way. Because, Rex would ask me to play the first two forever. Now I'm going to have all of them. No excuse. Judging by your reaction, this counts as hentai. So if you did... Oh no, I didn't do a prediction! Play the chat. Phelan. Fayfam, Tama, other Tama. Tama. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But, thank you. I'm excited to play these. I really am. I forgot to do a prediction. So now I have all of them. Gold edition as well. I will put these on the story list. So what I'm planning on doing, I don't know how long these are. How long are these games? They're not, almost no game is as long as Dragon Age. So anyway, I'm gonna have to put these on story day coming up. I've been wanting to play them for a long time. Less than half as long as Dragon Age for like all 3 of them. Tama, Chameleon. Oh, Tama, Chameleon. Thank you, Phelan. And Tama, thank you as well. Anyway, the reason I said oh no is because Rakes has been saying for like maybe 4 years, Metro Mondays. And now I have this. There's my earworm. Thank you, Phelan. I appreciate it. I will be playing those at some point. See, this is what it does. I don't know why, but we'll fix it. You're happy to maintain the story list and let me know what wins. Was you old Tama? Yeah. Thank you, Tama. I don't know if they are still here. It was a Phelan. I was through Phelan's account, but yeah, it was Tama. Thanks, Tama. Oh, Phelan's dead. It's a rough one to go Lego Metro. Thanks. Gonna like it? Yeah, for sure. Thank you. I know, I don't even stream on Mondays anymore. Come on, Rakes, you're the program. It's gonna be so disappointed if I play it on Wednesdays. Okay, here we go. This is a big story quest. Main story. What pride had wrought the Inquisitor's path? The Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with. Call its allies to rally their soldiers and march with Inquisitor Trevelyan Travis's army to the Arbor Wilds, where they will face Corypheus's zealots one final time. The Inquisition must stop Corypheus before the Darkspawn Master finds a long-lost elven artifact in the wilds that allow him to enter the Fade physically and claim its power. Yeah, it's like Trevelyan or something. Trevelyan. I think it's Trevelyan, right? It's been so long. You see, I just forget his name between playthroughs. His name's Travis. Inquisitor Travis. The kid I peed on. This sounds like late, like in-game stuff, but we'll see.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed. The Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
I won't allow it. I can't.
Indeed, should Corypheus succeed, do not doubt you would be first to feel his holy wrath.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Thank you, Squid.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You overcome it. All 3 of you together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to
Speech,
you,
speech.
we're now a force that will topple a self-proclaimed god. I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for
Hold the
no
line.
finer cause.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
So the Illuvian thing, if anyone doesn't know, if you weren't here for that, basically there are these ancient artifacts, these giant mirrors, but these mirrors are gateways to this like in-between area This realm that's not of the Fade and it's not of the mortal realm. It's some in-between path. However, it is in between, like I said, it's in between the two. So I hate to call it Veil because Veil is called something else in this game, but it's kind of like the veil between that area and the Fade is much thinner than between where we are and the Fade. And so Corypheus needs to get to the Fade, become godlike, whatever, become a god. And so if he finds the this Illuvian thing before us, he can go in there and he basically has a back door into the Fade. So it's an easy way for him to get into where he needs to go to become this dark god, pretty much. And so that is what the Illuvian is. It's a portal, basically. This is just now force to be reckoned with. Call it to allies to rally. So we read that. All right, let's do it. What pride had wrought. Come on, Tom. That's Blackwall's real name, by the way. For anyone that missed that, I'm still a little upset by that. Tom Marvolo Riddle, I believe, was his name. Or Lord Voldemort for short. Yeah. No, it's Tom Rainier. Who Mount Rainier is named after. Almost certain. So this is like an actual hour level sort of zone. It's like 1 or 2 levels under, so shouldn't be too bad, I think. Yeah, I can't wait to try it out either, I swear. Gotta finish the melee run first, though. Should be tomorrow or Friday. So dramatic. You remember none of this? That's the big part. It's hard to get a good night's sleep. Yeah, if they burn all your tents and food and spare clothes. Yeah, they're trying to slow down Corypheus's movement.
Inquisitor,
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
No shit of cheese.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lord, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
God, I hate that the first thing I think of when I hear
wonder,
Andraste is
it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more
Something else.
immediate name come to their lips?
John Paranoia. Welcome in. My armor, I know. These nips have been out on display for months.
They show me respect, Morrigan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True. You are far more likely to come to their aid than a chantry fable. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the temple of Mythal.
Which is?
A place of worship
She almost
and
does.
elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the alluvian he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Have I seen news? Total War Warhammer 2 DLC? Yes, yeah. So I was actually just thinking about that earlier. Total War Warhammer 2 is going to have a new DLC. It's coming out here really soon, like this month or something, right? It's going to be Beastmen and a new Lizardman legendary lord, and it looks like the Beastmen are going to get a bit of overhaul, which is awesome because it's next week. The Beastmen are one of, if not the like weakest, if not weakest, just boring ones to play. So I'm excited about that too. I don't know if I'm going to play it, especially with the new RimWorld stuff coming out that I should really focus on. But yeah, excited about that too. And of course, Warhammer 3. Super excited about that. All right, let's put our points in. Oh yeah, other ones are going to get some overhauls too. It isn't just the 2 legendary lords, right? Faction for sure, yeah. That's who, yeah, Nakai the Wanderer. Wait, the doors do get a new lord? I didn't see that part. I was going Bard, thank you for the host. Yeah, I didn't see the dwarves getting a new lord as well. Made a lewd song about Inquisitor's nipples. Mullet, yeah. Let's go Mullet. What were we getting on him most recently? What am I getting? Shield Bash. Knowledge forward, Shield Bash, do more damage to enemies. Guard. That wouldn't be too bad. 400% against Guard. A lot of the bosses have a lot of Guard, which makes them super tanky, so getting through that faster would be nice. That does no damage to this next attack. That also seems kind of cool. Kind of nice. We already looked through this last time quite a bit. Yeah, I think I'll grab that one. That seems good. Ring the bell. All right. Lord, new mechanics. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. So last time I looked at it was when it was very first announced, I think, and I remembered seeing the Lizardman and the Beastman. So I'll definitely have to go take a look. Source, man, I'm gonna want to play that so much. A lot of the new armies in 3 have been spoiled too. Yeah, it looks so good. Maybe if I can get some, I don't know. I have some people from the Discord now and from the community that are going to help with timestamps and editing some of the videos from the stream. So maybe that'll open me up a little bit more time for some extra streaming. We'll see if I can actually get caught up. We'll see. But yeah, I would absolutely love to do some more campaigns. Try those ones out. All right, Solus. What do we have left down here? Mind Blast upgrade and Dispel. Yeah, we've looked at those quite a bit. I think most recently we upgraded this tree. He already has the additional mana. I don't trust the AI to use this very well. So many plays to the next few weeks just doing campaign after campaign of the dwarves. Yeah, I like the dwarves a lot, so. Frozen enemy or cold spell reduces all damage taken. Damage reduction 50%. Draw on cold magic. But they're not, that's more like a almost melee. I don't know, it seems like he has everything that we already kind of need or want. What are some passives here? Slow down your casting. Every spell you cast shortens your active cooldown times. I mean, that seems like it'd be really good if we get to, because it's all spells, and having his barrier and revive and stuff go off cooldown faster would be awesome, but it's going to take us 3 points to get there. But maybe we start working towards it. What are some passives from here? The magical energy you expend, the more damage your spells do. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like we don't really need anything else. I could take the Firestorm, but what does this pass? Oh yeah, we look down. Screw it. We'll take it. We'll turn these off from him using it. Enemies in the area, burning in agony. The decent thing too, though, is Solus currently is spec'd in a way that any kind of status effect on the enemy is stronger and also helps him. So, I mean, him putting like panic and burns on people is going to help him overall. So, all right, we'll do it. We'll head towards clean burn. It doesn't really mesh too much. Next result, she plays some more Total War. Super into it. Well, yeah, same with me. Yeah. Just want to buy all the DLCs. Man, I can't wait for the third one. It's gonna be awesome. Vampire counts are your favorite? I don't know. I like so many in Total War Warhammer. I don't even know which ones are my favorite. I don't know. I like just about all of them. Honestly. Which is, that's saying something about the game, you know? And obviously the franchise in general. Let's see. What do we have here? Subterfuge. No, it's not the one I want. Shadow Strike, no. Hard starting the fight, it's almost too easy. Your attacks on panicked or sleeping enemies are automatically critical strikes. Maybe getting to that would be good. Shortly after leaving it, your attacks ignore some of the target's armor. Man, guaranteed criticals on panicked foes. That would, combined with Dorian would be insane. Oh, right, this is what we're going after. Or that's what we got last time, I should say. Yeah, screw it. You can move faster while firing without sacrificing accuracy. All right, change my mind. We'll grab that. Passives. What do you have fun with? You tend to stick to Empire, Elves, and Dwarves. It's rare. Like every faction. I know. Every time I try one, I'm like, man, this is pretty awesome. And another really awesome thing about that game is that the legendary lords play so different from one another, even within the same race. Like, most of the lords are unique enough to want to play a campaign with each of them. Like, some of them are pretty similar. Obviously, you're going to have similarities in the unit compositions and all that stuff, but in general, it's just so much variety, and not just variety for variety's sake, but just, I don't know, just a lot of fun. Yeah. I like Total War in general, but I don't know if Phelan's still here. I still need to play through 3 Kingdoms. I feel bad. I just haven't had time. God, I wish we didn't have to sleep. Why do humans have to sleep? Come on. Come on, evolution. Why didn't you get rid of that? But, anyway. Phelan bought me 3 Kingdoms. I haven't been able to touch it yet.
Come on, let's go plug some assholes.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Shouldn't we have to sleep way less? Yeah.
Empress Celine's general is just down the hill, Inquisitor. He wishes to join you for the last push.
I don't even know why I'm grabbing this stuff. Lucky folks in that regard. Yeah. Yeah. I feel the most rested if I can ever get either 7 or 9. Like 8 hours for me, I'm more tired than 7. But 9 is like, what I can't really get 9. Nor, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, Nor. Very much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Much love to Nor. Hope I'm getting your name right. I know I said that already, but you like 5 or 6, it's not great for you.
Goodbye.
Well, and you two watching live first time, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you for coming in. In Show. I'm gonna butcher your name, so I'm just gonna say thank you, Show, for the Twitch Prime. Cast name is a tier 1, so thank you for the support as well. Which series did you come in off of, Nor? So for anyone that's watching this and you're like, wait, where's RimWorld? Where's Darkest Dungeon? On Wednesdays, we play through a story game blindly, just one day a week, sometimes less than that. It takes a long time to get through them, but we've been playing this Dragon Age Inquisition most Wednesdays for like 6 months. We're pretty far in now. If you're interested in seeing like RimWorld challenges live, I'll be back to that tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys again for the subscription. You actually found me with Inquisition? That is awesome. You might be the first person, seriously, to ever come to the stream and me doing this 4.5 years, having found me through a story game. So, that's awesome. Yeah, you've been playing alongside. Is it your first playthrough, or have you played before? Settles it. Story time 3 days a week. So yeah. Get over here. Man, I like that move. It's so fun.
Those were Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
Poor bastards. Corypheus has them dying by the dozen.
How long have you been playing this? It seems like a long time. Oh, you know, about 6 months. I think we're like 120 hours into it. It is a massive game. And then it's... even beyond that, because I'm streaming it, I'm also talking a lot and interacting with chat and all that. And I read everything. I do all the side quests. I read all of the lore we find. So you can play through it much faster, but most of these games, I'm only going to ever play them one time. I probably will never have time to play this again in my entire life. And so if I like the game, I feel like I might as well get the most out of it. I might as well read all the lore, all that, as long as I keep having fun with it, you know? Gun gem, but yeah, we've been playing a lot. Red challenge and no tank at all. 3 mages and Varric. I was actually talking about running 3 mages or all mages and how crazy it would be. Like the rifts, you could just dispel like over half the rift so it doesn't even spawn if you wanted. That's right. How's it going to Suru? Welcome in. Because if you use Dispel on the ground when a rift is spawning, you can get rid of one of those spawn points. If you had all mages, you just get rid of half the rift at least. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. King Loser, welcome in. How's it going, Loser? I mean, King Loser.
The monsters are running, your worship.
You gotta feel pretty awesome when monsters are running from you, you know? It's going. Guess that's better. Did you slip on a creek rock there, Sarah? What was that? Ugh. Spell, there's like berries at 24/7, especially with Vivian's. Yeah, night enchanter stuff. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Are you specking each of them kind of in a different...
Ahead, an entire camp of Red Templars.
Look sharp.
Level 23. Specking everyone in a kind of different way, or stacking panics or something? on you, Solus. All right, I see.
Were we just attacked by elves?
It seems this temple of Mythal is not deserted after all.
That's Morgan back there.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wild.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, I didn't fill up our secondary potions before we came. It's all right. Who needs potions? Loot. Lore. Follow note. Captain Lowen. I don't want grumbling in the lower ranks that our Lord Corypheus handpicked Grey Wardens to be part of his honor guard over his Templars. Our charge is not to understand his will, it is only to obey it. Besides, our master is still sore. He lost all but a few dozen enslaved Grey Wardens to the Inquisitor at Adamant. If your soldiers are smart, they'll keep quiet about it. Lieutenant Keldon. I don't think I'm going to use that because we are only missing 2 potions, and we can probably backtrack here if something goes badly. I don't even know why I'm grabbing this stuff. But I might as well, I suppose. We haven't made any upgrades in like 4 levels. I should work on that after this, if there is an after this. Pretty bird, pretty bird. God. Reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. Pretty bird. So we are being attacked by elves in golden armor, or maybe spirits of elves, I don't know. But they're also fighting the Red Templar. And I feel bad for the elves in this, in the lore of Dragon Age in general. That's why I'm still kind of upset that we accidentally screwed over Briala. So we have that worst table thing that's like, let's see what Briala is scheming. And I'm like, just let her scheme. She deserves it. For the Dales. Impending misfortune. 37 months.
All aboard the hype train.
And a hype train, apparently. Thanks, Misfortune. That's almost a full year. You've been subscribed almost as long as you've been playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Person or can you play in tactical view like Origins? You can play in tactical view, but it's not quite as extensive as an Origin. So yeah, you can do it this way for sure. But it's more designed around the action combat. I do use this quite a bit in harder fights to avoid things like against dragons and bosses and stuff like that. But in typical little fights like with those guys, especially at this stage of the game, the AI takes care of itself decently well. Jones, thank you for the Twitch Prime also. Thank you, Jones. Very much appreciated. You might not have heard this. Casting is tier 1, so financially support the stream using it here. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you can go into the tactical view. I mainly use it for really hard fights. Other than that, you can set up the AI to function basically how you want them to. It's, again, that part of it is not as elaborate as it was in Origin in general. They've leaned more into the action side of things, but I've needed it, at least on this difficulty, several times. Mostly, though, bosses, mini-bosses, and like dragons. Good lord, I can't friggin' hit that guy. Very slippery. One good thing about it, though, speaking of the like the AI setup, you don't have to put points in. Like in Origin, there was certain skills that you need to put points in to be able to give them more AI commands. To this one, you don't have to put points in to get that. You can just set them up. How much do I think I have left? I don't know. I think we're getting pretty close to the end, but there's also DLC. So since I'm so blind to it, I'm not sure. We haven't got the point of no return type message. However, in this one, in this main story quest, we got that thing where it's like, call all of your allies. This is the final fight against Corypheus or something like that, but we didn't get a warning. So I don't know if this is a truly into Corypheus or not. No more ice cone that frees your whole team. You can turn friendly fire back on. It's off by default, but you can turn it on. This is not as good as ours. I haven't played any of the DLCs. I have all of them, but I don't know what is and isn't DLC, so I've just been playing whatever. So I don't know if I've done any DLC. I think someone told me that the Emporium that we did was DLC, and I'm not sure what else. Played some Red Dead 2 again. An official looking letter. To all captains of the Red Templars. We're not stopping to deal with these elven fanatics. Press forward, post more guards, and handle the ambushes as they come. Finding the Temple of Mythal is our first and only task. Once I become the vessel, our master can finally claim the power waiting for him. No elves, no city, no nation will be a match for a living god. This is the day we've bled for. The Inquisition and Orlesians are snapping at our heels, and you've sacrificed more than anyone should ask. But if we fall here, the deaths of our brothers and sisters meant nothing. I won't let that happen. I know none of you will either. For the glory of the Elder One, General Samson. You've done so little story in that as well. Just right around doing side stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do some main story today. And then like 4 hours later, you're like out hunting. It's like, I just need to, you know. I have not finished that game either for the same reason. My wife's been playing a lot too. I guess I might as well resupply, even though we don't really need it, but it looks like that's a drop-off point, so. All right, so let's go. Oh, it might loop around. Oh, well. Is that a friendly? It looks like it must be. Chapter 2 is basically the first real one. This one is like a tutorial. Ah, yes. Red Dead 2, The Origins of Cletus. The game I played on stream once, our viewership went from like 200 to 30, and I was like, I can never play this on stream again. Yeah, keep getting those resets. So basically we have some setups where if I get a crit, the resets are cooldown by a few seconds, and Whirlwind can hit multiple times and therefore crit multiple times. So occasionally I'll get resets over and over plus stamina gain off doing these crit cycles and spin to win. How's it going, Inspector? Welcome in. Doing all right. Doing all right. This might surprise you, Inspector, but we are doing a main story quest. Man, I'm gonna get this whole entire video is gonna be DMCA'd on YouTube. Oh, speaking of, my most recent RimWorld video on YouTube got a copyright hit from some automated system that claimed that one of the background songs in RimWorld mixed with my voice was actually a cover from a song done on American Idol. So, and it's just RimWorld background music. And now that video can't make money for 30 days while they investigate if I'm lying or if the other person is lying. It's like, what? It's in-game OST RimWorld background music. I posted a picture of it on my Twitter. If anyone wants to check it out, you can go to my Twitter. It's Adam versus Tweet, or just type !Twitter. I took a screenshot where it shows the RimWorld music, and beside of it, it says, "We believe this is a cover of an American Idol song called Halo." It's like, so dumb. We'll kill these, sure. Spin to win. Anything if it has zero truth, creator can come with zero recourse. Yep. Yeah. And the bad thing about it is, so I posted and YouTube actually replied on Twitter and they're like, you can just put in a dispute. We'll get that taken care of if it's not legitimate. And I go to the dispute thing and there is no option for it being literally the incorrect song. Yeah, now I'm ready for American Idol. Is live well on YouTube? Yeah, it absolutely is. It's when I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to contact RimWorld, because I had to do that with Darkest Dungeon before, and then link to where Red Hook gave permission to use any of their background music. I've had to do that before, so I was expecting it to at least know that it was a RimWorld OST song. Nope. This is from American Idol, by the way. It's a cover. Yeah. They don't. It's really dumb. It's been like that for years, yep. The fault isn't entirely on YouTube or the people, well, I mean, the fault is the people doing it, but I just mean that copyright laws in general are what kind of makes YouTube and places set up rules like this, because it turns out something is actually an infringement of copyright. They don't want to be held accountable for it or something. So it's just like, this is a really cool area. I like this. Oh, suddenly it's quiet-ish.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
I hear fighting ahead.
I'm gonna have to look up that cover song and see. I didn't end up doing it because this was like late last night. Here we go. Oh no, I have blood on my nipples. Yeah, I don't know, Aspen. Yeah, that was ridiculous too. That's what you get though. Things like that just plugged in.
They still think to fight us, Master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
So he's not after a mirror? He's after something we don't even know about? Morgan doesn't even know about it.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Good thing we must have been like just a few inches out of the blast zone, so everyone else died. It's kind of jittery, this cutscene. Oh no, don't worry, they didn't die. Looks like they're coming back, they're fine.
It cannot be.
Across the bridge! Now!
Oh Lord. Thank God for elven doors. That's right, yeah. We think it's an archdemon. So basically a corrupted dragon, yeah. Dragon corrupted by the blights, pretty much. That's what archdemons are. Yeah, I gotta remember to look that song up and see what it if it has even any similarity to the tune of a Wormworld song.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
Well of Sorrows.
Why is Lumpy after a sorrow well or whatever? Weren't we after some Poncy mirror?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
You're not certain? You said you knew what he was looking for.
Confidence can carry one only so far, it seems.
I suspected. I did not know. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do.
Good idea.
I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, Darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So, how many times do we need to kill him? It's a small number, right?
Strike Corypheus down, and he will rise anew.
For once, I'm relieved I'm not really a warden.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how.
Loot! Yeah, I know the world is in danger, but let's loot some stuff.
Constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land. They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment after they proved their worth.
Silence has reigned here for time beyond memory.
So I was talking about it last time we played, but I would absolutely... So Dragon Age 4 is to be set into Winter. But I would really like there to be games that are set in the past eras as well. Like, we've already been in this area for a long time, in the Mythos or whatever. But to see, like, back when the elves were in control, maybe, like, before or even during to Winter invading...
Corypheus's lackeys managed to
would be pretty awesome.
Perhaps the altar holds a clue.
The altar. Is that the altar? Colin's ready to report.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
But it'd be pretty awesome to see like elves at their height.
Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
Atishol vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Venen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Oh, no. This is bad. Rituals are bad. You can't want this.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back. Let us see what awaits.
Well, that was pretty easy. Literally just walk on every tile. Mariano, the song sounds of like Emerald. Is itself someone else's song? It's apparently Beyonce's song. You looked it up? Yeah, that's interesting. So apparently me talking over the... No, I don't know that... It doesn't tell you if it was an automated system or not. So someone could have manually... No, it was definitely the automated system. Come to think of it, because this is an unreleased video. So it got this on upload. So YouTube's automated system flagged the song. It's still set as private, so no one even has access to that page at all, aside from me. So yeah, it was the automated system. So not just someone like trying to steal my money for 30 days from that. So the automated system thinks me talking on top of a RimWorld song apparently sounds like a a cover of a Beyonce song from American Idol. Nice. I know what I'm gonna do if streaming doesn't work out. This guy's face reminds me of Worm Tongue.
Hold them off!
It's golden voice. Let's go on, Nathan. That's a lot of arches. No, I already have that. You can do exclamation OnlyFans if you want to check that out. And cowboy OnlyFans. Use the Cletus accent. Yeah, there you go. Can't pull them while they're frozen.
We might catch them.
Man, I got blood on my nipples again.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You've an army dying out there, Inquisitor. We're wasting time fiddling with this magic. If jumping down will get us out faster, we should do it.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency. We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
Boon, yeah. It's kind of disappointing. I'm really worried about Darkest Dungeon 2 in general, but we'll see. We'll see.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal, or yours?
What's going on here, Morgan?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
So you do know about the well?
I should take your word that this is altruism and not hunger for power.
Yes. Far easier to believe the Witch of the Wild's full of greed.
Yeah, it does.
Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but...
So you've already lied to us multiple times, is what you're telling me. Yeah, what's the boon and the price? You tell me.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It
Morgan's always
implies
lying.
the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
See, unfortunately for you, Morgan, I know your past from the other games, whereas the main character doesn't. So I don't know. Can't get into how the tradition to save your life. It's because of Morgan. I don't mean to laugh, but... Yeah, why didn't you tell us before if you want us to trust you?
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. If I intended to cheat...
I have an idea about Morgan right now, but I'm not going to say it just in case.
My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Oh, man. I have to know what happens by doing the rituals. I don't know that's a good idea. But... Well, Sorrows, the simple...
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully.
So this is the way she wants to go, right?
Leap after the Templars.
I believe this is the way she wanted to go. Which way did the Templars actually go? So these ones, are these... All stands through the whole... Stands through the whole... Form the rituals. Alright. I'm gonna do the rituals. I gotta know what happens. Okay, that's what I figured. So we gotta go to each of these. Oh man, the only good character from the first one. Oh, it's another one of these. All right. Oh, if you just go over it? Oh, okay, I see. So hang on. Is there more back there too? Man, there's more back here as well. But you can go on this. All right. What does the lever do? Okay. Hopefully that's right. Side quest in the middle of a story quest. How could I refuse? Oh no, I did one differently. Man, if I had gone there instead, is it still okay? I don't know. So I don't know if you can go diagonally without screwing up. We can go off the side, maybe. All right. Let me redo that. All right. Musical squares. This is a much different puzzle than earlier in the game. It's good that this only reacts to me, not you guys. You guys are just ruined it all. All right. Should work. I hate these squares, so.
Indeed. Time to proceed. Next ritual.
All right. How does it know to only react to me, not you guys? Shouldn't complain though. Oh, that would suck. Seems like these are at least more straightforward than what was that one where we had to like do all the different levers and the statues had to be at different levels and they had to shoot in a certain direction and yeah. That one much more complex. You know what? I'm just gonna drop. Screw it. That was definitely where I was supposed to be. All right. Man, that was a lot easier than the first one.
We are close.
I feel like it might have used to react to followers.
One more path to follow.
Remember having to get them off musical squares when this first came out? Oh, that sounds terrible. Terrible. Yeah, the one with all the like levers and stuff, some of them had to be pulled at the same time. They were timed, so I had to split everyone up to 4 different areas and then switch between them and try to make them actually stay put, and then clicking through them would make them like reset. They would want to run to the main character, and it was just a mess. It took us forever. That was like months ago now. Mosaic of June. The mystery of June. Each elven god represents an aspect of their ancient civilization, each story a metaphor for this aspect. June's is least understood. Depictions stretch back to ancient Arlatan, but he appears most seldom of all their deities. Dalish legend says June is a god of crafts and building, but the oldest depictions have none of the tools the Dalish associate with him. June's role may have changed over time or simply cannot be understood today, as the elves feel ancient Vinter spared little thought to preserving any Dalish culture not convenient or understood. From a treaty of the pagan and heretical customs of the elven by Sentinels. Wait, how did they get here? Commissioned by Empress Celine. Hold on a second. We're in this temple where like everyone dies, no one comes back from. I guess he must like, I don't know how. This seems like an oddly placed. I'm guessing that's more like a codex than an actual like written thing. Otherwise, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense compared to most of these. I'm just gonna go with magic, or maybe they died. Oh, doing it. And we are the first to read it. Just won't stay put when you tell them to. Yeah, it's been really frustrating on those puzzles like that. So, fortunately, they don't impact this one, it seems. Or the rest. If you come out of there, it stops too. I must have missed one. All right. Do I need to start at the top, maybe? I feel like there might be some up there. Yeah, all right, so how do we get up there? Oh, I see. So we can probably come across this and do the whole other side. All right, let's try that. Yeah, cancel this. Thanks. All right. I don't know why I just assumed they were up top. But is this one set up the exact same way? Hope so. Alright, it's good so far. Going Reezy? Look at those new emotes. Follower emotes, weird.
Everything is lit.
So can
Everything
we
is
go
lit.
now?
Oh no!
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Everyone disliked that aside from Solus. Well, not everyone, but 3 people disliked it. Solus was the only one that did like it. All right, let's see what terrible thing we have done. Probably won't even know the full repercussions of what we've done until the end, but oh well. This is the bed we've made. We must lie in it. A highwayman. Selfish. Oh, what's this one? Song to Falendin. The people swore their lives to Falendin, who mastered the dark that lies, whose shadows hunger, whose faithful sing, whose wings of death surround him, thick as night. Lethanavir, Master Squire, be our guide through shapeless words and airless skies.
Who is this meant to be?
Falendin, overseer of funerals and guide to the elven dead. I have heard the Dalish invoke him on their deathbed, or before quests from which they expect no return.
People cling to whatever gives them hope when their time comes.
Perhaps that's why the Dalish sometimes refer to Falendin as the Merciful One.
I do not believe they sing songs about Falendin's vanity.
Do you know any legends?
It is said Falendin's appetite for adulation was so great, he began wars to amass more worshippers. The blood of those who wouldn't bow low filled lakes as wide as oceans. Mythal rallied the gods once the shadow of Falendin's hunger stretched across her own people. It was almost too late. Falendin only surrendered when his brethren bloodied him in his own temple.
Did ancient elves believe all their gods so terrifying?
Yes, I believe they did.
That's pretty brutal. All right, let's see what this one says. Elven god Andril. One day, Andril grew tired of hunting mortal men and beasts. She began stalking the Forgotten Ones, wicked things that thrive in the abyss. Yet even a god should not linger there, and each time she entered the void, Andril suffered longer and longer periods of madness after returning. Andril put on armor made of the void and all forgot her true face. She made weapons of darkness and plague ate her lands. She howled things meant to be forgotten, and the other gods became fearful. Andril would hunt them in turn. So Mythal spread rumors of a monstrous creature and took the form of a great serpent, waiting for Andril at the base of a mountain. When Andril came, Mythal sprang on the hunter. They fought for 3 days and nights, Andril slashing deep gouges in the serpent's hide, but Mythal's magic sapped Andril's strength and stole her knowledge of how to find the void. After this, the great hunter could never make her way back to the abyss, and peace returned. Interesting.
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul.
Ondrul.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Ondrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Humans clash with elves all the time. There's blood on both sides.
I do not favor either. One hears things in an Orlesian court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
Sounds similar to the Flame of the West. Yeah, mainly that's probably why I was pronouncing it that way, because it looks so similar. But apparently it's just Endrul. All right, we'll see what terrible thing I have decided to do.
'Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Vernavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
Did he actually look towards Sarah instead of towards Solus when he said one of their own? What's your connection?
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are Sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place.
Some tight armor.
Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Virabella-san.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
So you're elves from ancient times? Before the Tevinter Imperium.
That's what I want to
destroyed
play. I want to play during that
The
era.
Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Virabella-san must be preserved.
What is this Virabella-san exactly?
It is a path, one walked only by those who toiled in Mythal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
All right, Solus, you're an elf. Talk to him. Glad I brought you.
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of our shared blood? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
We came to stop Corypheus.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition.
Don't believe
You have
Morgan,
shown
though.
Respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these Sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
This is one of those big story decisions. You can tell because of how the wheel is colored and whatnot. I do not trust Morgan at all. Not at all. And a big part of it, like if I was playing this game and I had no idea about the previous games, maybe I would be more inclined to go with her, but I'm thinking no. And that I'll just look up what doing the well would have meant after I'm done the playthrough. Yeah. Mr. Ugly. That's just like your opinion, man. How's it going, Baron? Oh, man. No, I'm going to listen to the Sentinels. We will ally. Sorry, Morgan. I already made you so angry in the past. In a past life, what's doing it again? I just gotta make sure I look this up afterwards.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided.
Sarah disapproves of all this, interestingly enough.
As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
All right, Morgan.
This would be our guide.
Mythal asked.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
Protect it or take it for herself, Solus? Are you sure? This dungeon, you say? Loving it. Your thoughts on ranged Highman? It's really strong. We've never seen you use him ranged. So it's fine. However, those positions... Okay, so the ranged Highman does lack quite a bit of accuracy. And those positions are so competitive anyway. There's so many good characters to use back there. Like, a lot of times you're going to want to take a Vestal and Jester, a Vestal and Houndmaster. You're going to want to take, a lot of times, a backline Stress Caster. So he has fewer and fewer spots to fit in. But the real downside is that you no longer get to use a riposte. And riposte is so ungodly good because if you kill someone with a riposte, you get nothing that move was going to do other than the damage. So if someone was going to do an entire AoE stress cast on your entire team, but riposte kills them, you get no stress on anyone. If they were going to apply a blight or a bleed or a stun or whatever, and riposte kills them, it doesn't even roll it. It doesn't do it at all. So riposte is not only just a great move where you get extra hits if they get attacked, you get extra damage dealt to the enemy, but it's also almost like a defensive tool because if someone dies on the riposte, it's going to prevent a lot of the things that could happen to you or your team in that situation. So part of the reason is that the backline positions are so competitive and there's a lot of good people to have in those positions, and partially because riposte is just so good that it's hard to pass up. Yeah, glad you're enjoying Darkest Dungeon. Let me know if you do have any questions, and I'll tell you if there's a definitive answer, and then I'll tell you just my opinion if there's not a definitive answer, but that's my reasoning for it. Riposte is so good. Now, I use point blank shot a whole lot, which is technically a ranged move, but it uses it from position 1, right? So, is this all that was in here? Okay. Seems weird that's all that's in here. There's some loot, but I don't think it's anything. I almost feel like I shouldn't be taking this. Yeah, it's like point blank shot. I like using Duelist Advance first to get riposte up as early as I can just because it's so friggin' good. And then if he's in the front, depending on what the enemy is and who's behind me and all that kind of stuff, I'll use either point blank or open wounds or whatever. I lost track of where I was supposed to go because I was talking about Dark Dungeon. That's alright though, I'm not complaining about it. Alright. Where did our guide go? There's no way through right there? I think he was at that door. Alright. It seems really weird that there's nothing here, and almost like I can hear something, but let's just double check before I go backtracking. Guide. All right, we gotta find where the guide went. He replaced Morgan and leading us through here. Guide. Is that you? All right. He's a slow one.
This place looks untouched.
I've seen Orlesian palaces with less gold. What did the ancient elves do here?
Perhaps it was meant to kindle a sense of awe in visitors.
Well, it's working.
The judgment of Mythal. Whenever one of the people wronged another, they would not call on Elganon to avenge them, for his fury would destroy all it touched. Mythal saw this bring strife among the people and went to Elganon. She offered to deliver justice when the people warred amongst themselves. Elganon saw her wisdom and agreed, binding all to abide by her verdicts. Some petitioning Mythal for justice hid jealousy, accusing those who had done them no wrong. She saw their lies and struck them down. Others petitioning Mythal for justice burned with wrath for imagined slights. She saw their weak hearts and struck them down. Those coming to her with clear minds and open hearts were granted judgment and protection, and Mythal harried their enemies until the end of their days. Longbow of the Griffin. 11% armor pin, 42% attack. Weapon fires 3 shots when attacking. As a rune slot, we're gonna have to see if that's better than Sarah's. It'll lower her crit by quite a bit, but man, 3 arrows per shot. That seems kind of insane. Let's take a Mythal. Did we read one of Mythal already? Yes, we did. Did guide...
Penshra, Gilas Velathan.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
Yeah, just a quick look around. Mosaic of Elganon. Elganon, wrath and thunder, give us glory, give us victory over the earth that shakes our cities. Strike the usurpers with your lightning. Burn the ground under your gaze. Bring winged death against those who throw down our work. Elganon, help us tame the land. All right, there's got to be a rune or something in here. Pretty much any time in the game, it's given us a Dirthman one. Anytime it's given us one of these torches, there's been a rune. Dirthman and Falandin are linked in Dalish legend as inseparable twin brothers. Scraps of elven stories from after the fall of Arlathan, I don't remember how to pronounce it, transcribed into Tevinter and recently lent to our fair university. Refer to them as twin souls, but draw no family connection. The oldest stories never even name them directly, referring to Falandin as Dirthman's shadow and Dirthman as Falandin's reflection. The little we understand implies their bond was not romantic, beyond even the strongest friendship. The legends of Dirthman and Falandin may have been an allegory for complex elven relationships we lack context to comprehend. So, Tina George, welcome in. What if they were one and the same? Well, then a lot of the stories wouldn't make any sense. The Ascension of Gillanane? Gillanane kept herself apart from the people. She used her power to create animals none had ever seen. The skies teemed with her monsters, the land with her beast. Endrul hunted them all, and after a year of killing, approached Gillanane with an offer. The gods would share their power with Gillanane, but only if she destroyed her creations, for they were too untamed to remain among the people. Gillanane agreed and asked for 3 days to undo what she had made. On the first day, she struck down the monsters of the air, except those she presented to Endrul as a gift. On the second day, she drowned the giants of the sea, except those in deep waters. They were too well wrought, and pride stopped her hand. On the third day, she killed the beasts of the land, except the Hala, whose grace she loved above all else. This is how Gillian was made youngest of the gods. Aha. Put us in luck. Unreadable elven writing. Flying tortilla. Tortilla, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, tortilla. Appreciate the support. It's a line I've never said before, but much love to that tortilla. Start saying that after I eat a good burrito or something. Much love to that tortilla. You know what? I'm actually gonna have you drop that. I'll pick it up on my character. There is a lever there. It's currently unusable. Man, I want to go down the other directions. Ancient elven writing. After we finish the whole story of the game, there's just gonna be a stream where I just go through and read all the codex entries that I skipped. I say that now, but it's probably not true. Soleil's whose heat rival Elgonon's light, whose temples rival Mythal's cities, whose breath rivals Endrel's spear, whose skill rivals June's craft, whose fire cannot be quenched, we give ourselves gladly to your service. Soleil's. I don't remember hearing of Soleil's before. I want to open this door. Is it alright if I do? I'm just gonna look. There's an enemy up there too. Listen, I'm just looking around a little bit, all right? I gotta know what's up here. Over there. George, welcome in. Thank you for being here. So, probably not worth coming in here. Where'd the torch get dropped, just in case? Yeah, I forgot that. Did it disappear? All right, I still gotta see what's through these doors. What if we fail the quest? We get there, Morgan's dead or something. Let's go. She got here 5 minutes ago. Man, we're gonna have so much backtracking to do after going up here. Hopefully it's worth. My lord. More enemies. Interesting mural there. Wait, there's more doors. That looks like it leads to where we're supposed to go, but we didn't follow what's his face to get here. Oh my god, I'm gonna backtrack. Like that definitely leads to where we're supposed to go, but that doesn't lead to where Morgan went. All right. I'll follow a slow guy. I'm sure we'll be coming back this way. At least we already killed those. So if we find a place where we can replenish our potions or whatever. We only used one. It's fine. All right, we're here. Sorry for your wait. feel like there's another rune back there. Also, like I shouldn't be taking the golds. We had this one quest a long time ago where we were supposed to go in this elven ruin and
holding off the Red Templars.
Good for something, I guess, if they keep it up.
Abelas gave us his word.
Well, good for Dusty Butt.
anyway, we were supposed to go to this like elven tomb and stop the people in it, the bad guys in it, and he is leading us the same way, basically. Only we wouldn't have had to done those two fights. And while we were in there, I looted like everything. And then I came out and talked to the Dalish guy that gave us the quest, and he was like, yeah, you stopped the people, but you also robbed us. It's like, so what good was that? You just basically did the same thing they did. You robbed us blind. So I got actually minus a rep with the Dalish, even though I helped. So anyway, now I'm always kind of iffy on looting these elven temples. Spawn QV, welcome in. Yeah, so following him would have just saved us from having to do a couple fights, basically. Not too big of a deal. Gold. All right. Bring your wealth. Mo money, mo problems. That's right. As the famous philosopher once said, mo money, mo problems. We'll go to the right and the left. Prestige to loot everything, yeah.
Well of Sorrows. Maker's balls.
So Mythal endures.
Maker's balls. Now there's a Dragon Age curse word I haven't heard yet. Plasma Realms. Said it was time as well. Alpha, thank you for the follow. That's a new one. Maker's balls.
Fight on! An army of these bastards won't stop us! How
I need to start using that in real life.
General? Tell me you brought...
Let's have raw rice to eat.
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. We come to the back end of nowhere, and here you are.
I like to travel. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna do that one.
Leading the Inquisition takes me to all sorts of interesting places.
You came too far this time. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world.
Don't eat the
I
apple,
give it
man.
to Corypheus,
Trust me.
that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more time.
So your Corypheus's bucket?
Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something.
I guess vessel sounds better than bucket.
This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
Is that the best you could do? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength that Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god.
So if you side with the Templar,
Corypheus the well's power and
you fight a mage here instead?
all at once. To arms!
I'm just spinning. That's all I know how to do. Apparently, that's all he knows how to do too. Look at him.
I'll show you, bastards. There we are.
Ow. Sorry, Sarah. My bad.
No bounty to save you now.
Speaking of, do you have any bees left? No, you don't. Why is the Sentinel guy helping? Yeah, if I can get up. The AI to control my character and ram me off the friggin' waterfall area. Well, that was dumb. Maker's balls. He's down, guy.
Can't take it from Corypheus. You mustn't. Still breathing after all that. Impressive.
Mine does, but it resets my crits, so.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
With enough crits anyway. Acquired certainty.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Enough.
You cannot honestly...
I said enough.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on. You'd rather destroy it.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Via Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
I chose no in the big option one, and it's coming full circle because of how we've acted, and I might get to anyway. Ballerina Corpheus to death, pretty much. I want to know the price, but I'm afraid that this will lead to not... Yeah, let me ask about the price. Hopefully it doesn't screw this up. Yeah, we've been doing main story all day, yep.
Gifts like this don't come freely.
No boon of Mythal was ever granted without
Big story
cost.
stuff. No worries. Was that issues?
The Via Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend.
With customers or straight from Amazon?
Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Ooh, what does that mean? With them in UPS, not customer related.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Kind of remember this part.
I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Via Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
You know what he kind of reminds me of is in Mass Effect. Oh my god, what was his name? What was the character's name in Mass Effect 3? How could I forget this? That you wake up and he's been frozen since the last time the Reapers attacked. And you get to learn like things about the Reapers and his society and the galaxy from back then. Javik. That's it. Thank you, Javik. That's kind of what he reminds me of in a weird way. Just something, yeah. Because he's been asleep. This guy's been asleep for thousands of years, since before Tevinter even came into Orlais and wiped out the elves. So he actually lived back when these legends, these gods and goddesses, if that's what they were, whatever they were, he actually lived back in their day. And now we're able to talk to him. It's pretty cool.
Are you leaving the temple?
Through this day. Let's go,
Our
Mike.
duty ends.
Look at Michael.
Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethaline, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shemlin have not touched. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity, never to awaken, if fate is kind.
Man, I'm tempted to ask him to fight Corypheus with us, but man, these guys have been doing their sacred duty for thousands of years. I'm gonna ask them to. I kind of want to see. That's the problem. The problem with these, right? So I kind of want to see the outcome of all three of these and what he says to each of them. But these are you only choose one. So
You could come with us. Fight Corypheus. He killed your people.
We killed ourselves. Long ago.
Malas Amalin Nahalam Abelas.
So he heads on out no matter what you choose, but...
His name, Abelas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
The Well of Sorrow, the Well of Abelas.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last alluvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass.
You don't want any more, Morgan?
Expect the well to feel so hungry.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
Hey, we played Origin.
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
He's right.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
What training makes you so qualified?
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
So here, myself, I don't know. Here's what my thought process, and I don't want to know the answer to this, but I'm remembering that Morrigan, I don't know what the canonical thing is because we didn't put what we chose in Origin into this like you could, but in Origin, basically Morrigan was just a daughter of Flemeth, and what that really ended up meaning was that she was the vessel that Flemeth was going to take over and become, and Flemeth was getting old. And every time Flemeth gets old, this ancient evil witch, whatever she is, would consume her child, and that would be her new vessel. What if this is Flemeth? I have no idea. It could be, in which case I definitely don't want to give them the power of this well. So I'm really tempted to say Solus. Solus has obviously, I don't know, because he wasn't actually like, he's elven, but he's not like, I don't know. He usually takes offense too when it's like, oh, you have the same blood. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, what is the canonical ending of the Flemeth situation from Origin? Because that would help a little bit. Because I don't know what it is. I know what I chose, but we're playing through the canonical version of this. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something really quick, and then I'll read what it is. I didn't play through 2, I just read it. I skipped it, but I read, like, whatever, all the lore crap from it. What were we deciding between? Whether she drinks from the well of sorrow, I do, or someone else? Sarah should be the one. Alright, I got you. Yeah, thank you for not going any further past that. What's the well do again? We don't know 100%, but it basically gives us the knowledge of the ancient elves, all of their knowledge. So when they would go to die, basically, their knowledge was deposited into this water. So we're basically taking all the knowledge. I'm gonna say I don't know and see what happens, because I honestly don't. It's a tricky thing. So you end up meeting Plymouth in Dragon Age 2 as well. Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know who's better suited, and neither do you.
I have the best chance of making use
That's right,
of the
Ashley.
well
Let's go on,
for
Ashley.
everyone. Let me drink.
You're not concerned about the price. Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains.
You were an elf last time you
Who
played.
can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
What's to stop you from taking the knowledge and leaving?
My word. If that seems insufficient, Corypheus threatens all, even myself. He must be stopped.
Who stops you?
I, Inquisitor, seek neither immortality nor your life.
All right, here it is. Here's the big story decision. You can tell by this. I know the well's danger. What does everyone else think? Morrigan, the well is yours, or I'll use the well. Let's get everyone else's opinion and see. What'd you miss? We've been doing story, actual main story missions, so quite a bit. And are you talking about the timestamps? All's well that ends well. All right, let's see what this does.
Thoughts? She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
I trust you with this power more than her. But it's not for me to decide.
It's called the Well of Sorrows. Sorrows? No one should go in the Well of Sorrows.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Inquisitor will gain the power of the well. Morrigan will gain the power of the well. Oh my god. You got stuff? Oh right, you said this one on Thursday. My bad. I was like, what is today? No, yeah, no rush on that. Give it a pineapple. I'm so on the fence about this. It's so hard not to say things. Thank you for not doing it. Is that destroying the well? No. I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. The Well of Sorrow. Oh my god. I'm going to have to go back and see what happens if we had done it differently, but why would he trust Morgan? All right, let's forget about the first two games. Let's just think about what has happened here. Morgan was on the Orlesian court, right? She was like an advisor, basically. An apostate, pretty much. An apostate mage is how they looked at her, but she was an advisor for like the court of Orlais, like with Celine and whatnot. We just met her. My character, our people, just met her not very long ago. She shows up. We know nothing about her, and she's like, people hate me because blah, 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 but you should trust me because whatever, you don't know me, but just trust me. By the way, there are these secret mirrors that no one knows about. Let me show you these mirrors. No one knows about these, very few people. You go, and she shows us, and she actually takes us through the mirror. She shows us, she tells us what appears to be accurate, that the mirror are these doors, these gateways to an area between the Fade and the real world. And that place has a thinner veil, a back door into the Fade that Corypheus can use if he gets through those mirrors. And so she's like, we gotta make sure he doesn't get any of the active mirrors, right? All right, that's what she tells us. And then we come here. So far, everything she told us is true. But then we come here, and then we see inscriptions and things, and we learn about this Well of Sorrow, and she pretends not to know. She lies deliberately. She says that she can't fully translate this stuff, but she knows about the well. She knows about it and she wants this power, and she knew and she lied to us. So, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty like damning evidence, right? Especially for this character. I'm looking at that we don't know Dragon Age 1 and 2. We are this character. I wish you could press. That's the problem with the game, is that you can't really go into those minutia type of conversation and things because they're not real, right? So we can't be like, all right, Morgan, so why'd you lie about the well? If you knew it was talking about the well, why didn't you just tell us that from the beginning? Like, because if she had done that, I'd probably trust her enough. But being in this person's and how she acted too, like being in this person's shoes, I don't think I would trust her with the well. Like, as soon as the guy, the guardian that's been guarding this for thousands of years was like, you know what, it's better it's destroyed than anyone use it, and she freaks out and immediately turns into like this raven and darts after him, I think if I was in his shoes, I would not trust her. So I'm gonna drink from the well. All right, talk it through just like we did the Mass Effect decisions, stuff like that. All right, for better or worse, here we go.
If anyone is to use the well...
Oh, Solus disapproves.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
The Inquisition needs you. Corypheus still endangers us all.
I am forever balked by those who believe they know better than I. Drink if you will, for the sake of us all, but steel your will.
Mass Effect sure did go well. Yeah, the ending went perfectly for me. Feel so bad how the game ended on mine. All right, you remember so little about this one, Mob? Yeah, most everyone. Solus slightly disagreed. Sarah disagreed. I find it interesting that Vivian super agreed with it. Wow, my nipples are glistening in the magic well. It's just a Talman. Garrus.
Why am I here? Corypheus. A Magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. I can't understand what you're... Look, will you help me or not? Inquisitor! Inquisitor!
Wow, I drink a lot of water.
How do you feel?
You think you had Morgan do it? Yeah. You guys see a restroom around here? Excuse me, where's the loo? Oh, he angry.
Through the mirror.
So I couldn't understand any of the Elven, whereas Morgan would have known what it said. Oh no. What have we done? Was that Mythal? Spirit of Mythal, who was murdered. So I haven't thought about that as far as like not being able to understand what the well was telling me because I don't know Elvish.
It is done.
She said. She said.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor.
I don't know, probably.
When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not. He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
It's voices. Whispering from so far away I can barely hear them.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power
Listen,
instead.
lady. Maybe if
Then
you
we
hadn't
have
lied to
rely
us.
on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Yeah, see?
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
You shouldn't have lied to us, Morgan. Literally, if you hadn't lied about just magic or like not knowing about the well at all, I would have let you have it. But that was that was it. Can't trust you. You lied to us.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Yeah.
Earlier, you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon is not an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power.
Oh, it's a Horcrux.
Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time.
Mm.
He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but where there's dragon...
I need to summon Mythal.
Whatever Mythal was, goddess or myth?
There.
Well, that myth is
An altar
talking
in the
to me.
wilderness. That's where I need to go.
I see you are determined. So be it.
She's just a little butthurt that she didn't get infinite wisdom like I did.
Are you certain of this?
We have no choice. If Corypheus comes here
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
It's like parcel tongue. We can somehow understand. And then the dragon is a Horcrux. All right. At least one of the Wartail League's done. So confident in the answers. No. You gotta listen to those voices in your head. No matter what they say. Mavrin and his clan into the Silent Plains, intending to settle when no claims currently exist. They were exceptionally difficult to track once they left the Imperial Highway. We have no word on their current location. Cullen. Okay. Are we, like, done with all Ferelden things? Let's see, completed. Completed. We still haven't gone to the Frostback Basin? Yeah, I'll do that. Completed, completed. Completed. Those are just resources. Thanks from a Chantry sister. Completed. I think Disaster in the Deep Roads. I think someone said that was a DLC. And it was for around level 20. So, obtain an amulet for coal. Where's this Chantry sister one? You may not remember me. I stayed at Skyhold for a time and later accompanied some injured soldiers to Ferelden. Our journey was more perilous than expected, and I only lived to write this thanks to the aid of the Inquisition. I have little to offer, If I may help the Inquisition in some small way, you have only to ask. Could arrange to transfer Sister Paulette to the Chantry in Dinnerim. I'm a reliable ally. Sister Paulette showed bravery and kindness in staying with injured soldiers. She has already done more than was asked. Some soldiers in Crestwood wish to establish a place of prayer at the keep. Sister Paulette could assist. We'll do that. It's fine. Base is also DLC. Thank you. Neither of those are like post-game DLC though, right?
To work?
We finished this today. I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm thinking next week, but all right. Let's go dump items, and then we'll continue on. Maybe we'll go to the basin. So the basin is DLC. The Deep Roads is DLC. The Emporium was DLC. I don't know. Like, since I got it as a whole set, whole pack or whatever, I'm not sure what's DLC. What is it? Let's go by the film. All right, we got to sit in judgment as well, but let's first dump our inventory so we can hold more. Cole and Arbor have had the easiest Inquisition of all time. It's very true. I think I've taken each of them one time. Wow, crit chance on a helm is kind of interesting, but it's only for Iron Bull. We don't use him. I should really just put some gear on some other people so I don't run into some of these games, and I don't want to know if this is what's going to happen to this, but some of these games, like towards the end, you'll suddenly have to make multiple parties. It'll be like, all right, we're going to split up. And then you have another party that has like nothing. They have like gear from back when they were level 5 or something last time you used them. So when we get to the point where it's like point of no return and it tells us that, I'll go gear up the other people, at least in something, you know? So I don't run into that. Had that happen a time or two in games. It's like, whoops. All right, let's dump things. It's a Moogle charm. I think we're in the wrong game. Sir Mimit, a Ravani Templar, fought in the Exalted March on the Dales for one reason. His love of killing elves, which pushed him to so many victories. The Chantry elevated him to anointed after his death. To this day, Alam Sharal elves consider his name a curse. Digorn, thank you for the follow. Isn't that ridiculous? Killed so many elves, like innocent elves, just killed elves, so many, and then he was risen to basically like sainthood. Certainty. That's almost as good as ours. Has Sunder on hit. Demon Slaying. Ours still has an empty rune. We need to put a rune in there. So. Anyway, it's not as good as ours. A sword of deepest corruption and conviction. It cannot be the red lyrium blade that drove Kirkwall's Knight Commander Meredith to madness. It cannot have been reborn in arcane energy, somehow elven and Tevinter and blight intertwined. And it cannot have inspired in the name of a magister who once entered heaven and would dare so again. One wonders what this sword cannot be next. In the hands of Adam Trevelyan, Travis, if he is not careful. Certainty. How close to the end you are? I looked it up without checking spoilers. If we only did main story, no spoilers, about how many hours do you think that would be? Not counting the DLC, I suppose. Out of his cousin, Queen Mardigal, died in the Exalted Age, young King Simeon grew into a paranoid recluse. He built Velabanchel, filling the prison fortress with anyone who displeased him. With the dagger part of his questioning. The blade disappeared after he died in a fire, though rumor says it passed to the Antivan Crow. Antivan Crow killed him. Trevelyan, yeah. I know they pronounce it in this game a lot too. All right. Okay, thank you. So the last main story mission is the final last story mission, but we'll not say how long it is. Trevelyan. Why is it just Kuzlin? Kuzlin is so much easier than Trevelyan. Longbow. I need to check it and see if this is better than Sarah's. Man, it's still not better. Well, it's kind of hard to know because it fires 3 arrows at a time. So it's less DPS, but I don't know if that accounts for the 3 arrows when attacking. I mean, she loses so much crit chance, and the crit isn't just the extra damage. The crit is how it synergizes with other stuff. So we have a lot of different things from, like, Soulless, for instance, where the debuffs and stuff, and things from her, and stamina gain, and all this kind of crap that's intertwined with a crit that I feel like hers is going to be better anyway. According to legend, the bow of Garel, elven greywood and hero of the Fourth Blight, was carved from his alien's Vindal tree. Oh yeah, I forgot about the tree. Garel and the bow were lost at the climactic battle of Aisley, though some maintain he never took it with him. Others claim he never even used a bow, but that such a rumor has started by an infamous elven rogue calling himself Garel and the hero's descendant. Has she just been covered in mud instead of armor? Yeah. Yep. That is her armor. Yep. She's been wearing that armor for a long time. Armor. I'm going to hold on to that one because we might use it. According to stories out of Kirkwall, the military leader of the Qunari spent a number of years marooned in the Free Marches city of Kirkwall, without once receiving supplies from his people or calling for help. Why he did so, and how the Qunari got along without an Arashok, is unknown. Qunari in Kirkwall did, however, have to trade considerable supplies from their sunken ship, including the Arashok's personal face paint, created from a rare and venomous snake in Parvalan, known to kill a person in seconds. Let's see. She would lose health. Yeah, it's still not worth. It at least costs 20% less maintenance damage if not being hit for 5 seconds. Yeah. What does the Master Spirit Rune do? Staff only. Plus 16 spirit damage. Dragon Slaying Rune. Why didn't I put that into my sword when we were killing like 3 or 4 dragons a stream? I have an empty rune slot. Alrighty. So, sucky thing is we have other war table things to do that will take like 6, 7, 8, 10 hours, etc. There is a mod to make them not take as long, so I might install that and just get through those, because having like another 1 or 2 streams of it even after we finish like everything, just waiting out those seems kind of dumb. So, wait, do we not have the judgment? I thought we were going to sit in judgment with someone. Okay, let's go do one of those DLC areas. So I think we have 2 DLC areas and then the final story quest, right? We have the Deep Roads, and then we have the Frostbacks. What do you call a magician that's lost his magic? Ian. Frostback Basin. All right, let's do it. How long are these DLCs? I don't know.
We'll be spread thin until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course.
Of course. To Ambassador Josephine Monteliet, thank you so much for your earlier correspondence. I confess it's been difficult to get those in Orlais to take this discovery seriously in light of recent events, but I am positive that scouting the Frostback Basin will yield historic discoveries beneficial to both the academic field and the Inquisition. As a staunch supporter, I am honored to be working in such great company on this historic occasion. Yours most sincerely, Professor Bram Kenrick, University of Orlais. Hey, maybe we'll find some ashes to pee in. Or someone that's like worshipping ashes to stab in the back. Either of those would be pretty cool. You know what? I'm going to split this recording here. It's a pretty good spot.